Welcome back. It is I, Caleb, the Imperial Historian. In today's video, we will cover the Pannion Domin. This ruthless, sinister emerging empire strikes fear into the dwellers of Genebacus. Their leader, a shadowy figure known as the Pannion Seer, has catapulted them into a powerful force on the continent. This video will contain a medium amount of spoilers. It will not reveal the major story arcs about the Domin, but rather delve into the history, culture, and religion, as well as provide some other interesting information about them. The people who reside in the Domin were originally a colony of the Genostel archipelago, a seafaring civilization that holds little standing in the modern world of Wu, but it was formerly a powerful civilization. The Domin's history begins 14 years before the first book in the Malazan Book of the Fallen series, when the Pannion Seer ventured down from the God's Walk mountains southward to the city of Bastion. There, he sowed a new religion and spoke the words of truth. It is said that the words that the seer spoke were so powerful that they rippled out and moved many of the citizens in the city to be converted to the new religion. That very day, the new converts of the religion murdered a caravan of people from Elingarth that were encamped outside the city walls. Additionally, an Aster, the first child of the dead seed, would be conceived from the initial act of the first embrasure. The first embrasure refers to the holy war that occurred after the Pannion Seer spoke the first words of truth. Within 14 years, the Domin was able to annex or reward Bastion, Sarn, Kaltor, Outlook, which the Seer is currently using as his headquarters, and has upgraded its defenses to make it the most well-defended city in the Domin. Following Outlook, the next city to be rewarded was Coral. After Prince Arad and his loyalists fled to Kapustan, a lucky few in the city would enter schooling to become Seer Domins, while most would join the Tenescowri. Next, Marek fell with little bloodshed as the ruler arrested all the priests in the city and handed them over to the Tenescowri, and they were subsequently torn apart and devoured. She also submitted to the Pannion Seer, and he granted her governorship of the city. Seta fell after a longer than expected 3-week siege, and then, finally, the newest annexed city of the Domin, Les. The second embrasure marks a significant event in the Pannion Domin's future. An Aster, the first child of the dead seed, has come of age and will now lead the Tenescowri. This, coupled with a renewed surge in their zealous faith in the religion, ensures that they will continue the holy war. The objective of the second embrasure will be to reward faithless cities, and with the city of Kapustan now set in their sights, it looks next to be rewarded. The religion of the Pannion Domin is centered around the worship of Panion, a god, the only god. The seer is the voice and the embodiment of Panion, and is described as an old man. The religion spreads via priests that go to neighboring cities that are not part of the Domin. These priests promise laws of equality, rights, order, and citizenship if they become part of the Domin. This would sway many to join, but those who would not join would be classified as non-citizens, and the horrors that awaited them are unspeakable. Joining the Tenescowri would be the only escape, though this would not be much of an escape. Those that take to the religion have an unwavering faith in it, and it is said that only death can stamp out the power it has on its people. This is why it has had such a fast rise to power in such a short time. The priests are so enamored with the religion that they are always going to new cities, spreading the word of truth to unbelievers. The word rewarded is often used within the Domin, instead of a word like conquered. They believe their actions are not mere military subjugation, but an act of salvation. Falling to the Domin is not seen as a punishment, but rather a reward to bring populations into the one true faith of Panion. The Domin holds a large army that is well trained and tested. Within this army is the feared Tenescowri. This wing of the army is the peasant army of the Domin, and they are very undisciplined. The seer views them as expendable and does not bother supplying them with anything. No weapons, and worse, no food. This naturally leads them to act in ways that normal humans would not act because of the starvation they face. One of the acts that they commit is cannibalism. This is the only way that they can survive, by feeding on one another or their enemies. The Tenescowri fight in very undisciplined ways, with no regard for human life, simply throwing themselves at their enemy, biting, scratching, and using anything they can till either their enemy or they are dead. This undisciplined way of battle would be very unreliable, but for the fact that they almost always hold a large numerical advantage over their opponents. Thank you for tuning into my latest video. I hope you enjoyed it. My aim is to release one video every 2 weeks on Friday, as each one of these videos is quite time consuming. So please support the channel by leaving a comment, liking, and subscribing. Till our paths cross again, the Imperial Historian out.